Getting ready for those Teleperformance Street Stocks. Getting ready for their first of two main events tonight. 25 laps as Brendan Fries, our Pro 4 winner, takes his 34 back to the pit to get it ready for a second race later tonight. Well, you mentioned it. Kendra Achapinde out of Caldwell, Idaho, on the inside of row one here for the Street Stocks.
Jake Altman pilots the number 24.
In the 03, it's Samantha Raymond.
Shane Barron drives the 37.
In the 40 car, it's Pat Young.
Roy Evans ready to go racing in the number 8.
Taylor Achapinde from Nampa in the 96 car.
The 21, Josh Fanopoulos.
And in the 77 car, it's Jeff Stremcha.
The number 20, Chad Atnip. Terry Lydell in the 75, Peterson and Clough. Ready to go racing with us. Superflash says, let's go street stock racing in the concrete jungle. Here we go.
25 left. Teleperformance Street Stocks.
Kendra, great jump there in the 99 machine. Battling some steering issues in that car. Hopefully they're getting them dialed in as Altman and Barron do battle for second place. Side-by-side street stock racing throughout.
Look at the 37 car. Shane Barron coming up there. T. Roy Evans in the 8 car. And right on his tail, Josh Fanopoulos. We saw some great qualifying earlier today. A lot of even Steven times, and we're going to see it in the racing here tonight. Your leader now, the 37 is Shane Barron. Achapinde in second place, but she's got company. T. Roy Evans looking to put a nose in front of Achapinde. He does. And a 21 car of Josh Fanopoulos trying to follow suit.
Good battle there as they roll into turns 1 and 2. Fanopoulos on the high side. Taylor Achapinde going to make a move to the high side of Kendra there. And he's going to bring the 77, our visitor out of La Grande, Oregon, with him.
Coming up on 17 to go here, Brent.
NASCAR officials are keeping an eye on the 21. He is dumping a little bit of fuel. They're giving him a lap or two to see if he can't get that top half off. So keeping an eye on Fanopoulos, as the bad place to be is Taylor Achapinde right there behind him.
Exactly. And the sad part is he's running third right now. Looks like he's running well, so hopefully it's not a fuel leak, but he just topped it off too much.
Yep, and that's what officials are giving him an opportunity to see if that top half goes off. Chad Atnip just tore the front end almost off of Kendra Achapinde. Atnip needs to use that rearview mirror before he dives low. Heavy traffic coming out of 4. Stremka.
Wow, two cars pit. Achapinde and the 77 car of Strechma. And I was going to stay in. I thought maybe he might go out.
We've got damage to the 96 car and the 99. The right rear flat on Taylor's car.
We're still under green.
Heavy damage there for Taylor Achapinde. The 77 thinks he's in caution. I don't know if race control let everybody know what's going on. We got half of them racing, half of them parking here in the concrete jungle.
I was looking for
and they're going to cause an accident back there. Holy cow. Yeah, the 77 thought they were under caution. Now he decides that Might be time to go. Tough break for the 77. Taylor Acciapenti into the pits. Josh Phanopoulos sideways.
Wow.
And that's all because of what happened there at the beginning.
Exactly. Everybody thought maybe there's a little yellow out there, but there were no flags, and none of the signals were flashing yellow. So now we've settled down a little bit.
Well, and unfortunately for Josh Phanopoulos in the 21, the one thing that hasn't settled down is the fluid out of the car. He's going to get the black flag right there. Phanopoulos will head to the pit area.
That was a lot more than just topping it off, wasn't it?
So definitely a fuel leak for Phanopoulos, which may have been the cause of that Acciapenti crash because they were right there behind him a few laps ago.
So the 21 is done for this run.
Didn't we have trouble with Phanopoulos and a fuel issue a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, so they got to try to figure that one out there.
New gas cap.
The 37 of Shane Barron, though, through all of that, is still your race leader, but he's got Kennewick, Washington's Terry Liddell knocking on the door.
And they're coming up on slower traffic now. This could make it interesting with 6 laps to go this time around.
And now the 77 again goes slow on the backstretch, so problems possibly for the 77 machine.
Involved in that mishap earlier in turn 1.
Taylor Acciapenti rejoins the race with a brand new right rear. Heavy damage on that 96 car. And now the 77 back on the gas again. So I don't know. I don't know.
I have no clue. Yeah.
Josh Phanopoulos rejoins the race.
Hey, probably tightened down the gas cap and said, go for it, buddy.
Is it a full moon?
It is.
This has been one of the weirdest street stock races I've seen.
I think there's some kind of solar eclipse somewhere.
Pat Young leaning on Troy Evans, letting Troy know, make a lane there, buddy. We're coming down low, but he's going to get picked off on Kendra Acciapenti. Oh, Young sideways. Oh, and now we've got Josh Peterson around. Should go yellow there. Car on the apron of the racetrack. And, Acciapenti has to get on. There we go.
There's their yellow. Yeah, a little late on the yellow, but we got it.
Holy moly.
Yep.
If you're watching on Speedcast.tv or you're live in the stands, Teleperformance Street Stock Mayhem.
Crazy race.
Now, it's up to the NASCAR officials to figure out who's where when we go back to green.
What we got now is a 4-lap sprint to the finish.
So, side by side, so as we work our way through everything, the 99, they thought they had her fixed. The official word from the pits is no power steering pump on that car. So Kendra trying to get some points and stay atop the point standing. So you got to hand it to that young lady piloting that 3,000-pound machine
right
with no
now,
help.
it's real power steering.
Yes, it's Kendra power.
Kendra power.
So Kendra wheeling that machine, hanging out there. Terry Liddell takes the inside line. It is a Teleperformance Street Stock restart. Hey, a quick update. Our local Speed Tour sprint cars are at Magic Valley Speedway. The top 4 cars all broke the all-time Magic Valley Speedway qualifying record this afternoon.
Wow.
Casey Tillman, your new track record holder. Terry Liddell bringing him around at a turn number 4. Green, green, green.
Here we go. The 37 car looking strong as Shane Barron. And he slides. And that's going to do it for him.
And he slides around. We should... Oh, and we go yellow for... Did we go yellow? We did go yellow for that one. There we
real
go.
Quick. Well, for a minute, it looked like Barron was going to stay on the race surface.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting off, but they already threw the yellow flag, which I would rather have.
And if this thing could get any crazier, your race leader, Terry Liddell, is stopped in turn 3. So where Barron spun, Liddell took the lead, and now Liddell is back there in turn 3. So we'll get the official word there.
Yeah, that's interesting that he stopped, huh?
Neil Allen Fine Jewelry Safety Crew checking on him over there. So I don't know if there might be some damage on that car.
Well, you know what? I didn't see, even though there was a spin there by the 37, I didn't see any contact. So maybe we missed it. Because they did start side by side.
Official word is there's a fire on the 75 car. So fire on the 75. So that's why he's over there getting that checked out. I don't know. This whole street stock race has just been mayhem.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Is it that insurance guy, the mayhem guy, is just, what's his name? Does he have a name, Jackson? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The mayhem guy.
The mayhem guy.
Yeah, it's just it's chaos.
It's chaotic.
It's rolling anarchy.
So you work your way through it. Phanopoulos has the fuel leak, obviously one of the quicker cars. The 77 and the 96, two fast cars get together. I think they thought it was under yellow, but it wasn't, so they fall way back. Now, Lydell takes the lead on a Shane Barron spin, and his car catches on fire.
What could get crazier?
Kendra going to lead him around. A couple laps down, 4 on the board. Street stock chaos. Here we go. And not to speak out of turn, heavy smoke out of the 40 of Pat Young as he dove into turn number 1.
Why not? What else?
And look at Kendra holding her own with T. Roy Evans up front. Atnip about ready to drive into the back bumper of Kendra. Needs to realize he needs to use the high line.
Evans
Seeing some aggressiveness out of Pat Young that we normally don't see. He is.
Well, I think that Pat realizes he's probably got the fastest car. He just needs to find the way around. There goes T-Roy.
All right. T-Roy out to the lead. Pat Young following him out. 2 laps to go. He'll get the white right now. Here comes Young. Look out. Pat Young out of CUNA in the 40. Evans in the 8. Shows a little speed down the backstretch. 1 turn to negotiate. And Evans is going to bring it home. Evans, followed by Pat Young. And then in the 20 car, Chad Atnip. Well, that was an adventure. We had a little bit of everything in that one. And they'll be back. They got another 25 laps to go later this evening.